Ain't gonna tell him who it is. Hey, Hood Champion, mute your TV for me. How you doing?
All right, how you?
I'm good. What you got?
I'm watching. I can't hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. Mute your TV. What you got, champ?
Oh man, no, I was wondering, man, like how do you let this turn into Young and the Restless, man?
What you got?
Huh?
This is
how you let your channel turn into Young and the Restless, man? It ain't nothing but a bunch of 58-year-old women calling in talking about the love life.
Yeah, they can do what they want. That's what this live is for. We talk boxing during the day. What you got, man?
Yeah, well, so why don't you sometimes, you know what I mean, like, and you from New York, so I know you understand. Like, these women are talking about a man and he have a daughter, a young daughter. Do they understand, you know what I mean? These are being older women. Do they understand what it does to the child as she grows up and get old to your channel?
Well, what do you think the issue is with the women calling in? Why do you think it's a problem?
Prefer a GLP-1 pill to lose weight?
So I never intended to be super skinny. I've always been.
I just think it's a problem that they keep talking about the man that the kid will one day, you know what I'm saying, get hold of. You know, they talk all these things, you know, that this kid is still innocent. One day she will get a hold to this, and that she will have to hear all these bad things they have to say about her father. Just because the mother and the father didn't work out doesn't mean that he's a bad father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she doesn't need to see her parent out there drug in the streets like that, you know? And these are coming from older black women. This is why the generation is so bad now. This is why Claressa is the way she is. Because older black women like that won't even understand. So this is what she had to face, and this is why she fights so hard now. Because of these black women that are doing this. And these are all older black women with long sentences just talking about their love life because they ain't got time. This time of night, they should be getting their ass mollywopped by somebody, too. Somebody should be up in that right now.
So you don't agree with the women openly talking about the good, bad, and ugly with Claressa Shields and everything in between?
No, I don't like the way that they just keep dragging Pat. Remy and Pat both or whatever. They neither one of them is whatever. But to keep dragging the man, you know, one day when the child will see this, you know, as I'm just saying, as we all older, you a champion, right? You understand that you got a different caliber of things that you have to uphold. These people are entertainers. They're entertainers. At the end of the day, they probably all just playing the game on everybody. But to drag the man and the child got to pay later is just crazy. This will happen in every relationship, even with men, you know? And just regular corny people that's working at the KFC or something.
What happened? What happens in every relationship, even with the men? What specifically happens?
I'm just saying it's whereas, you know, the women drags the man down. The man got to go through this and, you know what I'm saying, like that. Papoose has never been talked about bad, man. Never, man. You know what I'm saying? We both from the East Coast. We both from New York, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. We've never heard bad shit about him. And what these women talk about, even if it wasn't for Claressa and them, he still can make it on the streets and live a good life. Which would be better than most of theirs. And that's just doing regular street shit. And he's not doing that. That woman, look, we never heard about that woman. Let's be honest. Ain't nobody in women's boxing really making millions of dollars. And as they talking about when she was clear, you said it'd be 1.5 after all this and that. What's the name? Amanda Serrano only cleared $1 million with that last Jake Paul fight. And at the taxes, what do you thought they brought home? And if they were somewhere here in New York on the East Coast in Jersey, that's what 70%. They would have fallen in what bracket? They would have walked away with about motherfucking 300,000, 400,000. So ain't nobody in women's boxing actually making money. So let's be real. But she is the one that keep bringing in and keep earning. That's how we understand as hustlers. It just make sure money keep coming in. Am I right or wrong?
No, I'm tracking with you. Go ahead, man.
You know what I'm saying? So like, let's give some whatever. And Champ, man, I watch you, Champ, man, because you do got the good and bad. You do give some good and bad in both. You know what I'm saying? You give some real shit too. You one of the only ones. But man, come on, man. These women, you know what I'm saying? Let them get to say what they got to say. But dragging the man too far, man, he got a baby girl out there that's beautiful, and she don't need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And what they going through, Rim, you don't need somebody else to get a divorce neither. We know that. And if her money really tight like that, and she got lawyers like that, she can get out of that shit. And you know that, right, Champ?
I know a lot, man. You know, I know, but I'll tell you this. Well, if you follow the channel, you know, just like you, there's some people who want me to hang up on you. You know, I wouldn't do that to you. Just like the other people who call
I
in.
respect it.
You know, I don't hang
I
up on
respect
them.
it.
You know, I let people call in. I chime in where I feel necessary. I don't agree with everything. You know, I just let people talk, and that's why
I don't agree. I don't agree with nothing either. I'm not mad at nobody.
I just let people talk.
These are women. These are women that are angry that this stuff is happening to them about a man or whatever. Look. And I'm just gonna say this to all the women that's out there. Listen to this here. Y'all keep talking about this paperwork in the course of the white man. Man, that woman broke a covenant with God. It's about a covenant with God. That paperwork doesn't even matter under this here. Once our hearts are broken, our lives, and we are done, it's over. That paperwork can hang anywhere. You can hang that shit out in the rain. It don't matter anymore. Once the hearts are broken, the covenant is done.
Are you a spiritual person?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No,
that's what I'm saying. Once that covenant is broken, that paperwork don't mean nothing. Because back in the day, you know, Chad, we never had that. They had to jump off over the broom and really believe it. Right?
No, I'm tracking with you. You cooking. I'm letting you go ahead.
Back in the slave shacks, they had to jump over the broom and really believe they was married in their hearts and amongst God. You know, they keep talking about some paperwork, man. That ain't about nothing. Once that covenant is broken, it's done. They can't keep dragging a man, you know, Chip. I just say, you know what, man? Everybody believe get the right to say it's a world of freedom of speech. I said, man, you give them 30 seconds, man, you know, to say exactly how they feel about the man, because the man got a daughter. I got five daughters. You know what it does to a daughter when people talk bad about a father.
10 out of 10 friends say you have to go to that new place, which you have zero time for.
Eventually, I start believing some stuff because I've been through it with grown daughters and everything. You hear what I'm saying, Chad?
I'm listening to you. I'm tracking. Yeah,
man. Just give them about 30 minutes. They can say, give them a hot shit second, them 30 seconds, man. But don't keep dragging them, man. And let them work it out, man. We all human. Man. Of course, man, that man just got out of a 20-year marriage. How can he go in there just all love for another woman? He got to learn his life all over again. And what's so wrong with them dating for 2 years, figuring each other out? Of course, they ain't got it all together. All I need is when I get with somebody else is enough understanding that we're going to work this out. That's all I need is enough. You don't have to like me and I don't have to like you. But if we got to understand that we're going to work together, that's enough. When you meet your business partner, you don't know them. They come in with a good idea and you got one too. We're going to work this out. And that's enough. And that's what Claressa is into. They got to understand that we're going to work it out. Shit ain't right with me. Shit ain't right with you. Let's work some shit out. We doing business. Why does all got to be love and everybody got to be straight happy off the bat? That's how women think. See, you know, Chip, men ain't always happy in shit. We don't give a fuck about happiness. We're going to do what we signed up for and we're going to get it done. They too worried about happiness. This is why they keep on sliding off and into the mix. You know, 20 years, how can you just erase 20 years? It don't matter. Whether I want to be gone or what. I just can't let that go like that. Man, it's a man. But the sad part is, though, how can Remy just erase it that fast and be that happy? I heard from the old people that used to be their age, that used to talk good to people and let people know some real stuff, that it take half the time to get out of a relationship than it took to get into it. You ever heard that?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, so I've heard that from the real OGs, you know? When they used to tell you good stuff, it take half the time to get out of a relationship than it take that you was in. If they was in it for 20, it'd take about at least 10 years for them to fully be out of that shell.
I do know that there are some people, men and women, who will sacrifice their own happiness for their for whatever, whether it's the child or whatever else. But I do know there are some people, like you said, who will just roll with the punches, do what they got to do. It ain't about happiness. Some people will sacrifice their happiness for something else. It could be the child or something else. So I agree with that when it comes to some
That's
people,
what I'm saying. So,
men and women.
So nobody understands what Papoose is in for, and nobody understands what Claressa is in for. They're making the biggest thing ever. Even without boxing, they don't. These old people don't even understand social media now. Just because the way her name is being said, this woman is making more than enough money just on social media interactions and people just cussing at her, and she probably never had to box again. Look at Adrian Broner. You see Adrian Broner, what do you say? Man, all this streaming shit, man, I probably never had to get punched in my face again. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard him saying that, but he's doing the streaming, kick streaming, different from what she's doing. But I know she should be making some good money, at least $10,000 a month off of the internet.
She's making,
for sure.
She's making good money, even if she's making $10,000 off Facebook, 10 off YouTube. She got Snapchat. She's got all this land. $30,000 a month is beautiful money. And then you got your boxing career on top of that, and everybody keep talking about her and people that's whatever, you know what I mean, signing her and people whatever you know what I'm saying? Like, Zeus is one of the biggest things ever. Like, you know what I mean? They got real money. Everybody want this and that, like all these whatever, what you call them, sponsors?
Yeah. What do you know about Zeus? You sound you close to the source. You sound like you're familiar with a whole lot.
Yeah, of course I am. This is what I'm telling you. Zeus and them, these people have big money. This is the thing about everything about people with real money. You never know who they are. This is why you don't know Win Records in them. This is why you don't know them. This is barely why they know much about Papoose. The most people ever heard Papoose talk was after that situation with Remy. And that's the most unless they bought one of his CDs and shit like that. Man, women, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that these older women need to be, you know what I mean, better up on life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why the women are failing these days. This is why everything is, well, am I scamming? You know what I'm saying? All of that type stuff. Because of these women that's downplaying the ones like that. She actually got something. She's doing something good. It doesn't matter how she's doing something good. You remember back in the day when we could look up to the dope boy on the block? Because guess what? He still made sure everybody had school clothes.
Mm-hmm.
He still made sure the old lady that, you know what I'm saying, nobody broke in her house or nobody bothered and made sure the music was down at certain times of night. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tracking with you.
So at least she got something that they can look at that they could be. You know what I'm saying? For how many girls that ain't got no way out that been where she been? And then everybody talk about whatever, man. They ain't been into no real situations.
Yeah, now I'm trying. Let me ask you a question. You said something that I thought was interesting because you know I always touch on, hey, somebody name a celebrity moment since Papoose got involved with Claressa and kind of got involved with her career, and nobody can name one. But you said something about sponsors and endorsements, almost like you just set that aside, like she don't need that because the kind of money she's getting, it's almost like Floyd. Floyd didn't have sponsors and endorsement deals. Floyd just made his money. Are you saying that, hey, y'all don't know what's really going on with Big Quote? She getting money like that. She don't need the sponsors and endorsement deals. Is that what you're saying? Because again, you said you're close to the source.
You could be approved for $39 per month, full coverage auto insurance. The only catch is that you need to have 0 DU.
Yeah, I'm just saying most of the time they don't need it because guess what? They ain't paying much anyway. These people ain't paying much money. They putting that stuff on there for nothing.
To boxers, I know. She's saying not to boxers because in other
to women boxers. You know this money is nothing for women boxers, champ. These women boxers, they not making real money. She's one of the ones that's actually up there getting it. Yeah, man, the Serrano made one good payday. Come on, she interviewed with Jake Paul too. Jake Paul wouldn't give it to her. And then she done 2 fights without Jake Paul selling out arenas. Jake Paul, the most he done sold out was 4,000, 5,000. That's right around our area. So you know exactly what it looked like in that arena.
But no, I hear what you're saying.
You
because
there, weren't you?
Well, I'm international. I'm all over, man. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you.
But this is my thing. When you talk about because I see people say, oh, well, it's 4,000, 5,000 people selling out. They're selling out these smaller. But when you think about the ESPN deal and long term and getting these fighters into the homes of the casuals, how are they doing that with Claressa? Because it seemed to me it's like short term planning. They have some immediate success, and then they figure out what they're going to do next. Well, Jake Paul seems to have a long term plan. What would you say about that?
Well, it looked like Jake Paul falling on to me because I haven't seen a big fight from him yet. I think his laws took him down. He should have stepped back and did more business. And you know what I'm saying? Almost like a Papoose role instead of keep trying to be the light. If he got on that card, you're gonna see how them girls look every time after that. And then somebody else said that like Layla said, she need a rival. Her rival was what's her name that just got her
Green. Shadesha Green.
Yeah, Shadesha. That was her rival, and she got almost God, you know what I mean? God bless her because you know that's not right.
No, I'm tracking. I know what you're about to say. Yeah, she unfortunately.
But this is the thing. Every girl that she fought and made look easy, you know what I mean? That they thought was whatever. Every time they went on to get with somebody, man, they beat them back. The girl knows what she's doing. And why would she come all the way down all that weight? This girl, Bumgard ain't never left. She ain't never left 30. This girl has been moving up 4 times. Man, I like that Roy Jones action, man. Whoever say the name, let's go get it. But you got to be willing to move, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come up with real boxing, you know what I'm saying, watching real fights and stuff, man. Like, this stuff is just terrible, man. I just say, man, you know, man, like get a golden chance, man. Like, and Papoose, man, bro, he's a father at the end of the day, and you just spoke on your kids about getting in the pool. You know what I'm saying?
You said I spoke on my kids about getting in the pool?
Yeah, about when the girl was talking about he got his socks on at the pool. You was like, yeah, I go, you know, to the pool with my kids.
Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see. So I'm listening. I pay attention. These people are paying attention to hate, bro. He's a father. You're a father, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody should have a voice. But I think these girls just really like you, bro, man. They like that silver hair, man. I think you just need to turn it over, man. Turn the lights down and go into your goddamn Bobby Womack and shit. Because I think that's really what they want from you, bro. Because this ain't even in you, man. That one girl had you aired out. You was up there just like, come on, man. This ain't you, bro. This ain't you, man. Come on, man. Get it, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying be on no man's side because wrong is wrong. But until you see wrong, bro, let them figure it out, man. They're young. Well, she's young. He's older, you know what I'm saying? But he's fresh out of something, man. So he don't even remember most of his years at her age. Because he was already tied up. And he did good by her. He did good by her long she was in there, you know what I'm saying, with her kids and everything. Come on, man. Something got to count for something, even if he fucked all the way up. You know what I'm saying? If one day I make sure you make it through what everybody's trying to jump on you and whatever they really trying to hurt you, and then the next day I kick your bike over, like, come on, we got to be even some kind of way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me ask you a question, man. So, you know, I'm gonna just ask you either answer or you don't, man. How long you been working with that team? And you know, you don't have to answer because I know you probably like, I don't want no one knowing who I am, but
I'm not working with that team, man. I just pay attention to boxing. It's just simple things. It's just crazy.
Okay.
It's just crazy that you believe that I work with the team just because I know this much.
No, well, I said no. Hold on, no. I said you sound like you're close to the source. You said yes, so then I made an assumption. Close to the source mean that?
No. My thing was boxing. The source is boxing. Like I love boxing. Okay. Yeah, of course I'm close to the boxing world. You're close to the boxing world. We both up here. We love boxing.
Okay. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah. So of course, and plus being in New York and hearing about Pap and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, these people are both good people, him and Remy, but love make you nasty. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Love do terrible things to people, man. Give it about 5 more years, bro. Man, they'll be best friends again because that's just how it is. And they don't need being together.
What do you think happens in 4 or 5 years with Papoose and Claressa?
I think they'll be all the way up. I think they'll be all the way up in love, bro. I think it's really there because Papoose, you gotta understand. Y'all just think about y'all talking about opportunists. No, he's a businessman. He's a thinker. So his happiness, they talking about happiness. Happiness don't always have to go. He's looking long term. You know what I'm saying? Of course she's young, so he do whatever. You know what I mean? Kids, whatever. Like they got time to grow.
So do you think he's not really into her the way she is into him, and he's just like, all right, with time I can get her to mature to where we can have something?
No. I think he's in love with her and he love her, but he got to allow her space. You know, but him as being older, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? His shit is a little slower than hers, you know?
Him being older, his shit's a little slower. What you mean by that?
Like he gotta let her grow and let her do what she gotta do without stepping in there, being behind her at all times.
Te juro que tengo es peligroso en verano porque entro para comprar una cosa y de repente termino mirando ropa, pequeños accesorios.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Well, yo, you one of the first to call in. There's a couple people calling, but like you to speak so passionately on behalf of Papoose. So,
yeah, man. I just, you know what I'm saying, bro? And this ain't no manly man shit, as most people say. It's about, you know what I mean? Like, most thing I'm just saying, bro, is that he got a daughter that I'm looking up to him. And most women just, you know what I'm saying, they black women, older black women are harsh.
Yeah. Let me ask you,
tears down our community? Older, nasty black women that think like that got all day, that's willing to take all day and put their life involved into these people's life. No matter how you feel or what you think, their shit's still gonna go on.
Yeah. So how long you been married, man? You know everything. You know how long you been married with those 5 beautiful daughters?
I've been in a relationship for 10 years now, but you know I got 4 kids with one woman and one with another.
Okay.
But I've been in a relationship I'm in now with 10 years. 10 years married for.
That's outstanding, man.
But I've been in all long-term relationships. But I know after everything turn over, shit get bad. After shit split up, shit get bad, and those words are all angry. All anger, you know, turns to some bad shit, you know, on the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that eventually the kids hear the stuff and that they think, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no choice, right?
If they're hearing it, yeah, it can be very difficult for the children, especially at a young age where the mind isn't developed enough to process.
Especially with that. And all I said is to all the older women out there, sometimes when you think about when you're talking about him, man, think about that. What they call her, the golden child.
Yeah.
Think about her. Y'all can't say y'all love Remy, man, and don't love the baby, man.
Yeah, I don't ever talk about the child on my channel. Never.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but when you talk about him, when you talk about Remy bad or Pat bad, you talk about that golden child.
Yeah.
It goes down.
Yeah. Well, I just let people call in and I ask what else. I don't slam anybody necessarily. But do you think Claressa would be? What do you think about Claressa and the golden child? Since you brought it up, her being with the golden child. What do you think? Do you think that's a good move, a bad move, or just not right now?
As far as I can see, she's a loving person. First of all, she got a lot of heart. First and foremost, to be a fighter, you got to have a good heart. To be a boxer, you have to have a good heart because death is brutal. You will hurt everything you touch. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You will hurt everything. So in order for her to walk down those lines, and we only seen one time with Alicia Baumgartner, and that was because of disrespecting the family. For so long. But all those years and never seeing nothing, it's something good in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you think there's something good in there? Okay, yeah.
I think it would be beautiful, and you know what I'm saying. And but I also understand it's gonna take time for them too. I just think it's just really just need time. Because you know what I'm saying. I come from the hood and watch this shit, so I just believe time is everything. I just believe everybody else is so, you know what I mean, into it that these people ain't got time. You know what I mean? Because they listening to so much shit and so much shit is going on that's making them even worse towards each other. They don't even hate each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, man, this is the internet. There's conversation about everything. About
people really, if they can take all this shit back
politics, race, gender, politics, economic. People talk about everything.
But if Pap and Rev can take all this shit back in, bro, this shit would be like nothing ever happened. Nobody know nothing.
You think Pap and Remy will get back together?
No, they're just you know what I mean, they'll just do their split and let it be.
Okay, so you don't anticipate them getting
No,
back together.
she made a choice. You can't. He can't. Even if he wanted in his heart, there's no way the type of caliber of man he is that he could do it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So this is why he chose to leave, and he didn't want nothing else that touched her. Everybody talking about go get them clothes. He wanted nothing else that touched her.
Okay, so you feel that Pap is just totally done with her. Women out here assuming that. Okay, what do you think about how that whole thing could work out? Since you talk about children and stuff with Claressa, making threats to Remy and all that craziness. What do you think about it? You think
I've been watching Claressa since the goddamn since the Olympics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've watched her, and I've watched every interview, no matter who it is, Andre Ward, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's never ever, even at that Breakfast Club and all that, she's never said anything bad about her ever. She always said that's his place. I'm not speaking on it.
Okay.
But then Rams a New Yorker, so all that shit is like that's still talking about me.
I hear you, man.
You know what I mean? So we got to give everybody good time to grow. Come on, they all kids. This is the craziest part. When everybody's so young, you know what I mean? They have so much money you know what I mean? They kids, man. They kids.
All right. Well, yo, I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm gonna take some more calls, and you got people bubbling over here, man. Let me see what they got to say about your call. But hey, man, don't be a stranger. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, man. You can call me back if they need to hear something back too.
Yeah, what should I save your number as, man?
Man, put me as big, man.
All right, I got you.
All right, brother.
All right, easy. Yeah. All right, man. There's a bunch of calls here. 404, let me call you back.